Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Continue reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10. We are on chapter 2. The demigods are offering beautiful prayers to Lord Krishna while he's in the womb of Mother Devaki. And they are telling him one of the prayer, they are saying that, they are grateful that Krishna came in his own spiritual body, in his own transcendental body, so that people can understand the transcendental nature and can also understand what is ignorance, what is spiritual and what is material. So continuing to read from the purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. This is purport to text 36. For persons who are not very advanced in absolute knowledge of the Supreme, Lord Krishna exhibits his transcendental pastimes. They can simply think of the pastimes of the Lord and get full benefit. Since there is no difference between the transcendental name and form of the Lord, there is no difference between the transcendental pastimes and the form of the Lord. So Krishna came 5,000 years ago. He came in his own spiritual body. He performed his pastimes which are not material, they're spiritual. And to show people that I am God, these are my activities, this is what I do. To cut out all the speculation so people don't need to imagine maybe God is doing this or that. He's saying this is what I'm doing. And by thinking about Krishna's pastimes, we can get purified. Since there is no, okay. For those who are less intelligent, like women, laborers, or the mercantile class, the great sage Vyasadeva wrote Mahabharata. In the Mahabharata, Krishna is present in his different activities. Mahabharata is history, and simply by studying, hearing, and memorizing the transcendental activities of Krishna, the less intelligent can also gradually rise to the standard of pure devotees. So, Mahabharata is significant. The study of Mahabharata is because Lord Krishna is there. And the most important part of Mahabharata was it, what is it?
Bhagavad Gita.
Bhagavad Gita, yeah, that's right. Bhagavad Gita. By studying Bhagavad Gita, one can become a pure devotee. The pure devotees who are always absorbed in the thought of the transcendental lotus feet of Krishna and who are always engaged in devotional service and full Krishna consciousness are never to be considered to be in the material world. So the pure devotees are liberated. Even though they are in the material world, they are liberated because everything they are doing is for the pleasure of Krishna. And that's what the spiritual world also is. In the spiritual world, everyone is acting for the pleasure of Krishna. So if one is doing that while being in the material world, then he's liberated. Srila Rupa Goswami has explained that those who are always engaged in Krishna consciousness by body, mind, and activities are to be considered liberated even within this body. This is also confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita. Those who are engaged in the devotional service of the Lord have already transcended the material position. So this is for the pure devotee who has no more material desires and his only desire is to please Krishna. He's only working to please Krishna. He's only speaking to please Krishna. He's only thinking about Krishna. Uh, So that's the pure devotee. Krishna appears in order to give a chance to both the devotees and the non-devotees for realization of the ultimate goal of life. The devotees get the direct chance to see him and worship him. Those who are not on that platform get the chance to become acquainted with his activities and thus become elevated to the same position. Right? We heard Lord when the demigods had gone to the shore, milk shore of Milk Ocean, Lord Vishnu told him, tell the demigods, those who are devotees, to come and take birth in the Yadu families, take birth in Vrindavan. So Krishna is gonna, because Krishna is gonna come and he's gonna associate with these devotees. So those devotees also then after the pastimes here, then they go to Golok Vrindavan. And then these pastimes are there. We are reading about them 5,000 years later. All this happened 5,000 years ago. So Krishna performed these beautiful, loving pastimes for also for us to hear about them, for us to understand them. And so by hearing about them, understanding them, we can also get liberated. We can also go to the spiritual world. Is that okay?
Yes. Yeah.
The
Yes, the Brahma Bhuta, right? Brahma Bhuta platform, right? The
platform.
customers. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. By understanding Krishna's pastimes, by chanting the holy name, by hearing, one will come to the Brahmabhuta platform. The Brahma Samhita 538 says, Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena Santa Sadaiva Hridayeshu Vilokayanti Yam Shama Sundaram Achintya Guna Swarupam Govindam Adi Purusham Tam Aham Bhajami. Although Krishna's transcendental form is presented as black, devotees who are in love with the Supreme Personality of Godhead appreciate the Lord as Shyam Sundar, having a very beautiful blackish form. So Krishna is known black, Shyam Sundar, right? Blackish. But the devotees understand this is not just some ordinary black, some ordinary dark black color. No, it's very beautiful. It's like the fresh rain cloud color. The Lord's form is so beautiful that the Brahma Samhita 530 also states, Venum kvanantam aravindatalaya taksham barahavatam shamasitam buddha sundarangam kandarpakoti kamaniya vishesha shobham govindamadi purusham tam aham bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who plays on his transcendental flute. His eyes are like lotus flowers. He is decorated with peacock plumes, and his bodily color resembles the color of a fresh black cloud. Although his bodily features are more beautiful than millions of cupids. So Lord Brahma is describing to us the beauty of Krishna. He's describing to us the attractive features of Krishna's beauty, of Krishna's form. He's saying Govinda, he's playing a flute, his eyes are like lotus flowers, and he's wearing peacock feathers in his hair, and the color of his body is like that of a fresh black cloud. So he's very beautiful. He's beautiful, more beautiful than millions of cupids. Cupid is beautiful. He's much, much more beautiful. That's why he's called Madan Mohan. Krishna's name is called Madan Mohan. He attracts even Cupid. And Srimati Radharani is called Madan Mohan Mohini because she can attract the attractor of Cupid. Lord Krishna attracts Cupids. He's more attractive than millions of Cupids. And Srimati Radharani attracts Krishna. So this beauty of the Supreme Lord can be seen by devotees who are in love with him. Devotees whose eyes are anointed with love of Godhead, Premanjana Charita Bhakti Vilochanena. The Lord is also known as Giridhari or Girivardhari because Krishna, for the sake of his devotees, lifted Govardhan hill. Devotees appreciate the Lord's inconceivable strength, but non-devotees, in spite of directly perceiving the Lord's inconceivable strength and power, regard the Lord's activities as fictitious. This is the difference between a devotee and a non-devotee. So a devotee relishes hearing the pastimes of Krishna. They want to hear more and more about Krishna's pastimes. Srimad Bhagavatam is actually relished by the pure devotees. Uh, but what about the non-devotee? Non-devotee don't believe in these pastimes. They think it's just some fiction, something made up. Non-devotees cannot give any nomenclature for the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Yet the Lord is known as Sham Sundar and Giridhari. Similarly, the Lord is known as Devaki Nandan and Yashoda Nandan because he accepted the role of son of for Mother Devaki and Mother Yashoda. And he is known as Gopal because he enjoyed the sport of maintaining the cows and calves. Therefore, although he has no mundane name, he is addressed by devotees as Devaki Nandan, Yashoda Nandan, Gopal, and Shyamsundar. These are all transcendental names that only devotees can appreciate and non-devotees cannot. So Krishna's names are not material. And we can see how Krishna has so many names according to the pastime he performs uh, in relation to his devotees. He has so many of these beautiful names. Does anyone remember any other name in relation with his devotee? Oh,
Nandalal.
Nandalal, yeah, yeah, Lala of Maharaj Nanda. What comes to my mind is Partha Sarthi. He's the chariot driver of Arjun.
And Govinda stands for Govinda.
Govinda, one who gives pleasure to the cows.
Okay. And then
Yeah.
maintaining, I mean,
Okay.
playing the sport with the
Gopal
cow
is
is
maintaining.
Gopal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gopal,
And
Pal, Rakpal. And Govinda is giving pleasure to the cows. Yeah, Govinda. Neha, you were saying something.
Rishikesh, because he gives
Rishikesh
pleasure
gives
to-
pleasure to the senses.
yeah,
Yeah. So
Does
many
it also
names.
means like he's a master of the senses?
Yes.
Rishikesh?
yeah,
Rishikesh is the master of the senses. Madhav, he's called Madhav. Why?
because he gives us the life. We can conquer over the death. I think.
Madhav,
Right.
he's the husband of goddess of fortune. So he's called Madhav.
One, he also gives you free from the
Liberation, he gives
yeah,
liberation. Mukunda.
Mukunda. Yeah, Mukunda.
It's Mukunda. Gives liberation.
Mukunda.
Yeah, so he has many, many names in relation to his devotees.
Devaki Nandan. Yeah, because
Devaki Nandan.
so many.
That's right.
Gopi Jan. Gopi Jan.
Gopijana. Gopijana Vallabha, right?
Yeah,
Called
Girivardhan.
Gopijana Vallabha. Yeah, so many.
And his name only Krishna is like, it means all attractive, right?
All attractive. Yeah, that's right. It attracts everyone.
Okay.
Attracts not only the human beings, but also the cows, the deer, the birds, the trees. Everyone is attracting. The history of Krishna, the person, has been openly seen by everyone, yet only those who are in love with the Supreme Personality of Godhead can appreciate this history, whereas non devotees who have not developed their loving qualities think that the activities, form, and attributes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are fictitious. Right? Everyone knows in India also, everyone will know about Krishna. And but then some relish hearing Krishna's pastimes, and some say, oh, it's just imaginary. It's like just another movie or something. Therefore, this
Mythology, right?
huh?
Also,
Mythology.
mythology.
That's right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Therefore, this verse explains nana parupe guna janma karma bi nirupitavye tavatasya sakshinaha. In this connection, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has given the example That person suffering from jaundice cannot taste the sweetness of sugar candy, although everyone knows that sugar candy is sweet. Similarly, because of the material disease, non-devotees cannot understand the transcendental name, form, attributes, and activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, although they actually see the Lord's activities either through authority or through history. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying, Misri is very sweet, everyone knows it's sweet, but one who is diseased with jaundice cannot taste the sweetness, is very bitter to them. So similarly, one who is a non-devotee is not able to appreciate the pastimes of Krishna, whereas one who is a devotee, he is able to relish Krishna's pastimes. The Puranas are old, authentic histories, but non-devotees cannot understand them, especially Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the essence of Vedic knowledge. Non-devotees cannot understand even the preliminary study of transcendental knowledge, Bhagavad Gita. They simply speculate and present commentaries with absurd distortions. It's true, you know. There's some Bhagavad Gitas which are so bizarre. Like, what? You know, you might just scratch your head and say, what is this? So one has to be a devotee to be able to understand Bhagavad Gita and spread the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. In conclusion, unless one elevates himself to the transcendental platform by practicing Bhakti Yoga, one cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead or His name, form, attributes, or activities. So which is the verse? Bhagavad Gita 18:55. Only by devotion I can be understood. Devotional service. Sneha.
Bhaktyaan Vidiman Abhijanati
Yes,
Yavan. Yeah.
that's right. Bhakti amam abhijanati yavanyascha tattvataha. That's right. But if by chance, by the association of devotees, one can actually understand the Lord and His features, one immediately becomes a liberated person. But if by chance, by the association of devotees, one can actually understand the Lord and His features, one immediately becomes a liberated person. So, association of devotees. Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra Kahe. Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Hai. Sarva Siddhi, one can become liberated by moments association with sadhu. And we know in history, right? Anyone we remember? Association with sadhu.
Narad Muni.
Narad Muni with who? Yeah. Narad
Yes.
Muni. Hmm?
It's past birth, right?
Yeah, his past birth. That's right. He got the association of the devotees. As the Lord says in Bhagavad Gita 4.9, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tattvataha tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti swarjana. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. So Krishna is telling us in Bhagavad Gita how to get liberated, how to go to the spiritual world. He's saying, just understand that my body is transcendental, my janma, my appearance is transcendental, my activities are transcendental. If we can understand this, we can easily go back to the spiritual world. It's just one more. Okay. Srila Rupa Goswami has therefore said that by affection and love for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, devotees can express their mind to Him with their words. Others, however, cannot do this, as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tattvataha. So the devotees, because they have love for Krishna, they have devotion. So they know how to appreciate Him, they know how to approach Him, they know how to speak to Him, they know how to be in a relationship with Him. Okay, so that brings us to this end of this purport. Was a beautiful purport. We can see that how extensive purports Prabhupada has written to these prayers, you know. Really amazing purports. Yeah. Any comments, questions? No, then we'll stop here. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna. Thank you all.